there. Okay, if you've got the list that I included with this, you got all your stuff assembled and we're ready to go. So I'm going to do the meat here first. That's the very first thing you do, and we'll just kind of go through one step at a time. I have the sauce, the marinade sauce, all ready to go here, so I'll show you what to do with this meat. You need a very sharp knife.
Because it's flashing light at me.
What is? Light?
In there, yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
And you need something like, probably like that honey knife that you've got. Not a serrated knife, but one with a straight edge on it. So this is a piece of sirloin, and I'm just going to cut a strip off like that, and then lay the blade at a little angle and just slice it about 1/8 inch thick. Be careful you don't slice your fingers. This is a nice long one here, so I can just start at the end. If it's a little bit ragged, don't worry about that. You're not trying to cut them to perfection here. Just get it cut so you can go on with the next thing. Oh, what with John? Okay. Put it in the bowl and stir that marinade up and just pour it on there. Just like that. And just get it coated pretty good. And set that aside. Now, I should have to do a couple other things that we're going to do along with this, but right now this is kind of, I've got the onion, garlic, and ginger, and I'll show you what to do with each one. Okay, with the garlic cloves, there's a pointy end and the end that comes from the stalk, and you just cut that off. The end that comes from the stalk. It's kind of rough. Now you need probably a little heavier knife to do this, but just lay them down and just whack them with the flat of the knife. What that does is breaks all the husk off, and you can just peel it off like that. Okay? Lay them down again and flatten them real good. Oop, I think somewhat fine that time. Mince that up a little bit. Put that in a bowl there. Now I've got a piece of ginger here, and I'm going to cut the outer part of that off with just a little paring knife. I don't want to do that either. Okay, so I'm going to do just the same thing as I did with the garlic. and that's ready to go. The onions, now these are green, of course just green onions, and I just trimmed them off, and they look pretty nice. So just cut them in about 1.5 inch pieces. And then this is the part that's kind of tricky. Just sliver them lengthwise. Sometimes it's easier to use a heavier knife for that too. This is what you're going to put on top when it's all done. I guess if you do them in quarters, that's probably about as fine as you're going to get them.
How many onions?
I got 4 here. That's probably a lot. Probably 2. Well, see, he's going to be preparing this for 4 people. So 4 onions will be plenty. That'll probably be enough for us right there.
Mom got a curly perm.
Get that stagehand out of here. Okay, onions are done. I'm not going to do the other 2 because this is just, that'll be too much for us. Okay, now we got the broccoli. Pull all the leaves off of it. And then just cut those flowers off. Flowerettes, they're called. And if they look like they're too big, they'll be sort of bite-sized. Some of these are pretty big. Cut them in half. Smaller ones can go in just like that. Some of them you can just break them apart into smaller pieces. They're a little too big. Some of them you gotta cut. This is the deluxe version, so we're going to put mushrooms in this. I don't think you will. I don't know, maybe Jamie will. And I've already sliced them, so we're just kind of getting to the... Okay, that looks pretty good. Should we do that other bunch too? Might as well, huh? A little roughage here. Can you reach over and turn that burner up on high?
Are you telling him what you're doing here while you're doing this?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'll show you what to do with these stalks. Now that's kind of an optional thing too, but you can just throw them away or make soup out of them or something, but you can put them in the dish too. Okay, this is all ready. Now, You're gonna have to kind of swing around because I'm gonna go over to that pan, honey. Now, what you've got to do with this broccoli is you have to blanch it. You have to just put it in boiling water just for about 30 seconds. So I've got a saucepan here, boiling water. I'm just going to put it all in. And what you're doing is just parboiling it so it'll stir fry better. And if you can see,
You flour it from the other side too.
you can see how it changes color, how it gets a more a brilliant green after it's been in that water for just a few seconds. And we're just going to leave it in about that long. Because all that does is just kind of get the outside cooked a little bit. Okay, I think I said about 30 seconds, and I think that's probably just about right.
Well, there's another flowerette on the...
Is there one over there again?
Yeah.
Well, cooks pretty good. Just put that one in there quick. Okay, now I'm going to
Where's your beef at? Where's your beef? Where's your beef?
It's over there.
Oh.
Okay, so you following me here? Follow the can, follow the broccoli. Okay, you got the thing of water here. And we're just going to take that broccoli out, and this is what's called refreshing it. Just take it out and put it in cold water. What that does is cools it down real quick so it doesn't cook anymore. Put that pan back on that burner. Okay, come back over here just a moment now, and we're going to deal with these things. They're kind of tough on the bottom, but the hearts of them are really tender. So if you just cut about that much off. And if you drop it on the floor, what the heck. And we're going to take these over and put them in the water. And we're going to probably leave these in there for about 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, while that's going on, we can get I use a little bit of chicken bouillon for the cooking sauce. I use just like half a cube and half a cup of water. And if you do that, forget the salt. So we got oyster sauce. You can get at any, hopefully you got an Oriental store there, you can get it. And it's half a cup of broth and about 1/4 of a cup of oyster sauce, or more. I'd say 1/4 of a cup's a minimum. I got 1/3 here, so a little extra flavor doesn't hurt. We're going to put some cornstarch in here, but not quite yet. If you add cornstarch too soon, it kind of settles down to the bottom, and sometimes you won't get it out when you pour the stuff in.
Kind of hard is like cement, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just gets hard down there. Now, I'll do a little shot here just for good measure.
Can't have too much oyster sauce.
That's right. And we're going to put the rest of that marinade for that beef in there too, so. Okay, let's go look at the broccoli over here. Looking at the broccoli.